Well, wasn't that nice? I think I'm going to start every broadcast, and I'm going to end every broadcast with Hatikva. That was the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva. Translated into English, it just means the hope. The hope. Okay, so yesterday I came back to the internet, and today I continue. Yesterday I spoke about von Helton. Now, von Helton claimed that May the 26th, which is today, yesterday he claimed that May the 26th was his cutoff day. No internet, no money, no trailer, no assets, no nothing. So what I'll do is I'm going to go through the last 15 minutes or so of yesterday's live stream of von Helton. Now, I didn't. Yesterday's von Helton live stream, I should say. Now, I haven't seen this, so your guess as to what's coming is pretty much as good as mine. But I'm suggesting that we get on with it. So this is what it's going to look like. This is where he comes in. He's already been going for 50-something minutes but talking usual shit. And he's going to carry on talking shit. So let's see what he has to say.
What do you want me to say?
Oop, I'm in the wrong place.
I shouldn't have to. I should not have to correct the president of the United States. That should be the last person I should have to correct, right? Because he should have an army of historians saying, Mr. President, actually, but no, he's surrounded by Bolsheviks, squawking in his fucking ear, telling him a bunch of stupid shit. And that's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
And it should not be, but it is. And so, what do you want me to say? I mean, I got to tell the truth, right?
Don't say anything.
I have to tell the truth. I get in trouble. See, that's the thing. I get in trouble.
I have to tell the truth. What a kind of stupid fucking statement is that? I have to tell the truth. The guy lies. He lies. I can call out every single lie if you want me to stop his video every 15 seconds. He's lying. He lies. But I will let him carry on lying.
If I don't tell the truth, because the gods will thump me.
There you go. A lie, right there. The gods will, the gods. Everything is, it's his security blanket. The gods. The gods will save me, because I'm so insecure. What an idiot.
Like, hey, you represent us, dude. You're supposed to be telling the truth here, which is true. You're supposed to be telling the truth.
You're supposed to be telling the truth, but all you do is lie.
And there's my sticker thingy there. Grab your mobile device, turn on your camera, and plaster that bad boy right there in front of that square thing there, and some software will pop up. You click on the software there, and it'll take you right there, and you can buy me a cup of coffee. Buy me a cup of coffee, y'all.
All right, this is where you buy my coffee. There you go.
But yeah, coffee. Man. So
that's not me.
I shouldn't have to do that. I really shouldn't. I should not have to do that. But unfortunately, I do, and it's sad, man. It really is. It's really sad.
What's sad?
I shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't have to do what?
Here we are. For what it's worth, bro. Here we are. I'm gonna have me another donut. Fine, you'll get fat. I'm already fat. I'm already fat.
It's okay. It's painful. I know.
Went to go get weighed. Speaking of which, I went to go get weighed. Standing on a scale,
But I'm kind of assuming this is his last. Yesterday was his last broadcast. I haven't seen anything today, but if he comes back, I'm gonna share it with you.
I like number. It's like, one down.
Oh, he's got to eat on
Hey,
camera
man.
crunchies too. Come on, say something, dude. Beg. Beg for coffee. Talking of which,
What's with all these angelic
here's
numbers?
mine.
Well, I don't know. I wished it did. Certainly isn't to win the lottery because I played the Powerball and the Mega Million both, and I didn't win either one. So that ain't it. Maybe it's the destroyer coming. Maybe that's it. Maybe the destroyer is finally.
So now what he's doing is bringing up these mythical characters in his head: destroyer, gods. But at the same time, obviously, he doesn't believe in them because he says, "Send me money. The gods will take care of me, but in case they don't, send me money," is what he's saying. Oops.
I'm coming. I had some troll email me. Ha ha ha! We got your family destroyed. We got your
There he goes.
finances
There he
taken
goes.
away from you.
Okay, so every time I've heard this guy in a stream, he always firstly he gives Donald Trump and the world advice on how to do things because he knows how to do things. He knows how to run the world. But then he goes and he complains about how people on the internet destroyed his family, just took away his kids and took away his wife and took away his property and turned everybody into haters of Von Helton. Even in his own city, no one will talk to him, and none of it is his fault. None of it is his fault. And then he pretends that he's had millions of dollars stolen from him. Millions. A guy who's never worked a day in his life. Millions.
We got your inheritance taken away. Then we got your property taken away.
There.
Now we're going to get you kicked off and out on the street with nowhere to go.
All right. Now we're talking.
And I replied to their email and I said, well, that destroyer is coming.
The destroyer is coming. Oh, yeah.
And he is. He, she, it, whatever form it takes. The form is not important. What is important is that it's coming.
Oh, really?
What is important is that.
And he never lies, okay? He never, ever lies. But you can take it from him. Because he never lies. The destroyer is coming. The destroyer is coming. Von Helton said so. I'm scared.
It's going to wipe out the elite families.
Going to wipe out the elites.
And I suspect anybody else that's an evil fuck. If you're an evil prick, an online evil prick even, the destroyer is coming for your happy ass, whether you like it or not, because the destroyer destroys evil. That's what it does.
Destroy evil.
That's his point. That's because I was sitting there thinking just the other day myself, I'm like, now why hasn't the gods allowed me to kick these motherfuckers a new ass? Use my magic and just take care of business. Well,
this guy has been talking about magic and his magical powers for years and years and years. And what has happened? Every single year has been a failure of Von Helton to produce magic through his gods or through his special powers or anything at all. And so it continues.
Because the destroyer's coming.
And
the destroyer will take care of that shit. And so it's like, you go off, do this, and the destroyer will take care of these evil sons of bitches. So,
right, if you're just joining us, or if you're watching this later, please leave a comment in the stream or a comment in the box, like it. But if you are just joining us, this is apparently the first day of Von Helton without internet. This was recorded yesterday, and I'm going through it I haven't seen it, so I'm going through it kind of raw with you.
So I guess the destroyer is going to take care of the trolls and haters and anybody else that thinks it's funny to get online and destroy people's lives.
Well, it's pretty funny if it could actually be done. But, you do it to yourself, Von Helton, then really it is funny.
Because that is evil.
You did it to yourself.
Says. That is evil.
You did it
when
to
you
yourself.
Get online and plot with a bunch of people to destroy someone's family, you are an evil piece of shit, and you need that destroyer that's coming.
Hey, do you know what, Von Helton? All you had to do was turn off your camera, turn off your microphone, and not share your nonsense with the rest of the world. That's all you had to do. As soon as your first child was born, Von Helton, you should have gone dark. Focused on your wife and your family and your neighbors and your community, and just go off the internet, go dark, bring up your family, make them all happy, and when everybody's found their place, maybe you come back to the internet. But you sit there and complain since day one that everybody's, the trolls and haters and naysayers and whatever bullshit term you come up with, have destroyed your life. You did it to yourself.
To kick your motherfucking ass. Yes, you do. And so I'm assuming that's what the deal is. Until I know different. Until I know different, that's what I'm going with. You play the cards you're dealt with, right? You play the cards you're dealt with.
Pretty much.
But yeah, man, that destroyer's coming. That's why, remember King George made that painting of himself.
I'm sorry, but every time he says the destroyer's coming, maybe he's making himself feel a little better because, it's pretty much D-Day today or whenever. He might even get evicted and from his own property. I don't know what the story is. He had his massive property with trailer parks trailers that he could rent, and how he's lost his property with nothing to show for it is I haven't been explained that yet. Maybe I haven't been watching the trollverse, the Von Helton trollverse long enough.
So covered in blood with a little monarch butterfly on his shoulder that didn't appear until after the painting had been publicly released.
Nonsense. He's lying.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Whatever he says, he's lying.
I had somebody message me on Skype. Of course, it's called Teams now. By the way, those of you that don't know, if you haven't heard, Skype is now Teams.
So we're all stupid, Von Helton. We don't know that Skype. Anybody who was a Skype subscriber got a notification about it switching over to Teams, Von Helton. But thanks all the same.
They just went on ahead and completely 86'd. There's that number again, 86. They 86'd Skype, and so now Teams is
okay. I don't care. Yesterday, he was on, if you watch yesterday's, I don't know if I recorded the part, but he was talking about, I'm seeing angelic numbers, 222 and 333 and 444 and 555 and 777. And he made a mistake. He says 444, 555 and 666. Oh, not so much 666. He's a lousy performer.
You go and you download it on their website.
Von Helton is
Microsoft Teams. And you can download the app for a mobile device. You can download the app for the PC, or you can do it straight from their website, either one. which is really nice, actually.
Yeah, very nice. Nobody cares.
That was not there before, because if the butterfly had been there, but hey,
Oh, he's talking about the butterfly again.
because I'm big on butterflies these days. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you
And
mean.
if I'd have seen a butterfly, I would have pointed it out. I'd said, "Hey, John, look at that butterfly."
Really?
Because why? What does that butterfly signify? The butterfly, being a monarch butterfly, number one, signifies the end of the monarchy in the United Kingdom. That's number one. And number two, the butterfly.
I wonder, your magical powers. Maybe you've got them, maybe you don't. I don't know. But you've just predicted the end of the monarchy in the United Kingdom based on a butterfly. Something to do with the butterfly.
Signifies the butterfly prophecy, part of which is the destroyer coming to destroy the elite families.
Okay, so the destroyer's coming, which is based on the prophecy of a butterfly. The destroyer's coming to destroy the elites, the royal family, etc.
That have been in control of humanity for thousands and thousands of years, to wipe them out and to give humanity a fresh start, a chance to, continue. Because we can't continue down this road. Okay,
Why not?
if we continue like we are now, with the elites in control of humanity, what's going to happen is humanity is going to be extinct. Humanity will cease to exist. And so we can't allow that. And the gods won't allow it. So they're sending the destroyer to wipe out the elites, hopefully wipe out Moloch and Hubal as well, and any other demon that's crawling around. And so, if you're a smarmy ass YouTube troll that gets your kicks off of destroying people's lives, don't be surprised if you go snap, because the destroyer will kick your ass. And that's just the way it goes.
Just that's the way reality. It goes. Another lie.
And that is 1 hour. It's 1 hour, Bob. Okay, yeah, I see the little counter thingy there. It's 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, getting back to the meat of the video here with Trump, and so let's review.
Okay, he's got 6 minutes left of this before he ends it.
There is no such thing as a Jew. The Jews and Hebrews and all them cats were wiped out at the Battle of Jerusalem.
Right. He doesn't lie. This is Von Helton's history lesson. No such thing as a Jew. They were wiped out at the Battle of Jerusalem. I would like you to just comment on what you hear about this. I'm going to let him ramble on for a bit.
And the women were sold into slavery. That's documented fact, not Von Helton's opinion. That is the truth. They were wiped out by Titus Flavius at the Battle of Jerusalem. Sucks to be you. So anybody coming around saying you're anti-Semitic when you talk about Jews is full of shit. They are not a historian. Come to me, a real historian.
Von Helton's a real historian. Oh my God. And he never lies.
I will correct them and correct you. Okay, so there is no such thing as Jews. There is no such thing as Palestinians. And there is no such thing as Ukrainians. There never has been. There never will be, because they're not fucking real.
Right. Jews are not real. Ukrainians are not real. Palestinians are not real. So what is real? Your gods are real, Von Helton. This destroyer is coming to kill the elites. That's real, right?
Okay? They're not real. Sorry, they're not real. I don't give a damn how many documents they bring. I can go down to the courthouse right now.
So he doesn't care about evidence. Okay? Documents might be a form of evidence if what's in the documents actually comports with reality. But forget about documents. Von Helton with his gods and his destroyer and all those other evil entities in his head, knows better.
Right now, I can get in my car and go down to the courthouse, pound on the door, get them to let me inside. I go in there and I go to the clerk's office. I can fill out 1,000 fucking documents. And it don't mean shit unless they paid for it, like Rothschild paid for the land,
Rothschild.
because Rothschild had to pay for that land. Okay.
So Rothschild, he's going to go down to the courthouse in Clay County, Kentucky. He's going to go to the courthouse in Clay County, Kentucky, and fill out 1,000 of documents, which don't mean a thing, because Rothschilds paid for the land. So Clay County, Kentucky, is a tenant of the Rothschilds. If I'm getting this wrong, please in the comments below, set me straight.
Which he did. He signed a bunch of documents. The Balfour Declaration, anyone? Signed the documents, but you got to pay for the land too. Okay, but that's number one. But number two is that, you got to be able to state it as a matter of fact with evidence. Okay, you can't just.
So you Von Helton, do you think the Balfour Declaration doesn't exist? Well, I have it on good advice by those in the know that there is such a thing as the Balfour Declaration. It does exist, and the original is actually available somewhere to see in a museum somewhere. Plus, I can give you a digital copy of the Declaration. I've read it, and maybe I'll go grab it and we'll read it together sometime. Not today. I don't care today.
Just sit there and, oh, well, I got all these documents. Okay, great. The problem is that history flies in the face of all your documents.
He's such an idiot.
So I mean, that isn't going to fly, is it? No. So that's where we're at.
All right.
And I
think he's trying to wrap it up.
The President of the United States, of all people, holy shit. But I do, because he's not right. He's wrong. He's not right on this, And I don't want anybody being deceived, because deception comes from where, class? Demons and evil spirits. Okay. So we don't want
Demons
nothing to
and
do with
evil
deception.
spirits.
Okay.
Okay, class. Where does evil come from? Demons and evil spirits. Okay.
Manipulation, deception, outright lying.
In other words, Von Helton typifies evil. Everything he says is deception or lies or convolution. And he loves to say, that's not my opinion. It's not Von Helton's opinion. That's a fact. He loves to say it without ever coming up with a source of his claim, for his claim.
Some people claim that lying is actually worse than murdering someone.
Some people claim that lying is worse than murdering someone. Why would you even mention that? Who cares what they claim? All right. I am claiming that waving at somebody across the street that you don't know, waving at somebody, is worse than murdering somebody. See? I just claimed it. He claimed that lying is worse than murdering. I claim that waving at a stranger is worse than murder. So, both of our claims are pretty meritless.
Because when you murder someone, you've done the deed is done. But if you lie to someone,
you done the deed, you're still living. But when you murder someone, the deed is not done. The deed is only beginning, because there's the family, there's the trauma, there's the hatred. I mean, dude, you're like a very sort of a one-sided thinker. You always think from the side of the evildoer, because that's what you are, Von Helton.
it perpetuates and perpetuates and perpetuates and perpetuates. And it becomes another lie and another lie and another lie to cover up that lie. And then another lie to cover up that lie. And then another lie to cover up that, so it perpetuates, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Von Helton. What perpetuate? What lie? What are you talking about?
So some people believe, rightly, that lying is actually worse than murdering someone.
Oh, some people believe rightly that lying is worse than murdering somebody. Well, all of you politicians, anybody who's ever been a politician, straight to the gallows with you.
And they would be correct. Because the lie just keeps on going, man, and it gets worse, gets bigger and worse. And then more lies have to be used to counter that one, and another lie and another lie.
Examples? Any examples of Von Helton other than just word salad?
And then it just snowballs after that. Okay.
Crap.
So that's where we're at on this whole fracas. Hopefully this puts it to rest once and for all.
Hopefully this puts it to rest. All right, let's see if the gods are going to save him.
I got my fingers and toes crossed. Now everybody gets this now. Hopefully everybody gets this shit now. Okay? Because I don't want anybody deceived. I don't want anybody wondering what the hell's going on. Because that's not good, man. It's not good to be given misinformation. It's just not. And so here I am as a historian. I have to correct this stuff, including the President of the United States when they post stuff that isn't real.
Did you hear that? Von Helton is a historian, and he has to correct the President of the United States when he posts stuff that is not correct.
It isn't true. Okay, anyway, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye-bye.
Bye-bye-bye. Well, there you go. That was his last. That was yesterday's. He hasn't made one today because yesterday he claimed that today was the end of his money. He can't pay his bills. Doesn't have any money. He might get evicted. So we're all watching out for that. If he does come out with something after today, I'll let you guys know. What's next on the agenda? Well, I tell you, for years and years and years, was on the internet going head to head with Christians. You know how stupid Christianity is, right? And I left the Muslims alone because I really had nothing. I just wanted nothing to do with them. But since October 7th, the Muslims have brought themselves front and center as enemy number one. And that's what I was going to do, focus on the Muslim invasion of Europe and North America, to the detriment of Europe and North America. But you know how it is when you're debating Christians. You try to leave, but they drag you right back. And that's what happened. G-Man made a comment, and I'm going to have to respond. So that's what's coming up. I don't quite know when I'm going to do it yet. I haven't really figured out schedules and this. I'm going to try and come on daily. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Shoot me a message or something. But for now, I think that's it. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.